The war was over. But the killing wasn't. In the cold, quiet hours of August 15, 1945, the world stood on the edge of peace. After years of brutal fighting, the Second World War was finally ending. But high above Japan, something went terribly wrong. The mission that should never have happened. The sky was calm as Lieutenant Howard "Howdy" Harrison led 6 powerful F-6F Hellcat fighters toward Atsugi Airfield near Tokyo. Their mission was simple, a final sweep to eliminate any remaining enemy aircraft. Harrison's voice crackled over the radio. Target in sight. Arm rockets. The pilots prepared for attack. Fingers tightened. Eyes locked. Harrison dove toward the airfield, his thumb hovering over the fire button. Then suddenly, a voice exploded through the radio. Return to base immediately. The war is over. Silence, then chaos. Cheers filled the air. We did it. Victory. The war is over. The Hellcats pulled up, abandoning their attack. Pilots laughed, rolled their planes, celebrating survival. But behind them, death was already approaching. The ambush of honor. Far above, Japanese Navy Lieutenant Yutaka Morioka watched the Americans celebrate. At first, he didn't understand. Then the message reached him too. Cease fighting. The Emperor commands it. Japan had surrendered. The war was over. But for Morioka, it wasn't that simple. He remembered his lost comrades. His own wounded body. His nation's humiliation. This was his final chance. With burning determination, he shouted, "Long live the Emperor!" and dove straight into the Americans. Like a silent predator, his squadron followed. Sky turns into hell. Tally-ho! Enemy fighters diving. Harrison spun his head, too late. Japanese fighters dropped from above with deadly speed. They had the advantage. Dump tanks. Full throttle. The sky exploded into chaos. Bullets tore through the air as both sides charged head-on. Machine guns roared. Cannons thundered. Harrison locked eyes with an enemy pilot for a split second. Then everything erupted. Planes twisted, dived, and climbed in deadly spirals. Duel to the death. A Japanese Zero locked onto Harrison's tail. The 2 aircraft spiraled upward, pushing both pilots to their limits. Harrison's engine screamed. G-forces crushed his body. At the perfect moment. He pulled hard. The Japanese plane overshot, stalled. Got you. Harrison fired. Bullets ripped through the enemy aircraft. It exploded into flames. But there was no time to celebrate. Boss. I can't shake him. It was Ensign Billy Hobbs. Without hesitation, Harrison dove back into the fight. He lined up the enemy? Fired. Another explosion. Thanks, boss. But the battle was far from over. The sky claims its victims. Elsewhere, chaos ruled. Lieutenant Hansen and Proctor fought multiple enemies at once, shooting down aircraft in rapid succession. But not everyone was lucky. Lieutenant Joseph Soloff and Ensign Eugene Mandeberg were under heavy fire. Bullets tore through their planes. Suddenly, Mandeberg's aircraft exploded. Soloff tried to escape, but his plane was dying. Bail out. Too low, too late. His parachute opened just above the sea. He was alone. The final tragedy. Back in the fight, Harrison and Hobbs tried to escape. But Morioka returned. This time, perfectly positioned. I'm hit. Break off. But Hobbs refused. He turned to fight. Morioka stayed locked onto Harrison and fired. Harrison's plane exploded instantly. Harrison. Rage consumed Hobbs. He chased Morioka, firing wildly. But in his fury, he forgot one thing. His blind spot. Morioka's wingman struck from behind. Bullets ripped through Hobbs' plane and his body. Flames filled the cockpit. With his last strength, Hobbs jumped. His parachute opened? But he never made it. The silence after the storm. The sky grew quiet. The battle was over. For real this time. 2 American pilots, Hansen and Proctor, barely made it back to their aircraft carrier, USS Yorktown. They looked around. No one else returned. They were the only survivors. The last battle of World War II. On the very day peace was declared. This final, tragic dogfight took place. 9 Japanese pilots, and 4 American pilots, lost their lives. Not in war. But in the final moments after it had already ended. History would remember this as one of the last air battles of World War II. A haunting reminder that even when wars end, not everyone gets to go home. Peace was declared, but for those in the sky that day, it came just a few minutes too late.